Hello everyone and welcome back to our Road to the GOAT series. Currently we have a 19-2 record with a 3-1 record in the Junior College League. Unfortunately, the last game we played and in the last video I end up taking an L, and I said to myself after that game I have to hop into another game. I couldn't end the night off like this, and so this is the game you are seeing. This match was not easy either. It went the whole distance, and I don't know if the matches are getting harder or what, but this night in particular for Play Now Online was pretty hard. So we have the Utah Jazz I am picking, and my opponent is going with the Portland Trail Blazers. 2K20 or 2K21 last gen, I remember playing against the Blazers a lot, and man, this was a team that was so frustrating to play with because they grabbed just about every offensive and defensive board on this game, and then you have Damian Lillard doing stuff like that. So it makes it very challenging to beat this team, and so I haven't played with the Blazers yet. I'll probably play with them one day, but it's a team I would definitely recommend because they're a great rebounding team. You have Damian Lillard and you have guys who can shoot as well. Unfortunately, CJ McCollum is out, so you don't have the benefit of him, but still a very good team to choose. But in our case, we went with the Utah Jazz, and this is also another good team to choose, mainly so because of Donovan Mitchell. This year on NBA 2K21 Next Gen, he might be my favorite player to play with. After playing with the Jazz in this game, he's definitely climbed to the top of the list. He has a good shot release. He could get to the rim easily and finish tough layups. As you see here, he's in the corner of the court, hits a wide open three-pointer. So I'm telling you, Donovan Mitchell is a great 2K player to play with, but I can't say so much for Rudy Gobert. You would think this guy is a defensive monster as he gets a layup scored on him, but he's really not, and I can't really know if it was my defense or his defense, but Rudy Gobert looked like a 68 overall center. It was not looking good. And at the end of the first quarter, score is 16-9, so not a bad quarter for us. Definitely could be better, but we just have to keep our consistency. At this point in the game, the reserves are coming in, and he still has Damian Lillard, and it looks like the whole starting five out there, or the rest of the starting five out there. He hits the mid-range with Damian Lillard, and this is a guy we're going to have to focus on if we want to win this game. So, of course, before I even let this game get underway, I changed the matchup to have, initially it was Royce O'Neal to guard Damian Lillard, and then I changed it to have Joe Ingles. And Joe Ingles, this is another guy I like playing with. He's not up there with Donovan Mitchell, but he's another good player to play with. That's why I really like this Jazz team, and I could recommend playing with them. He's in the corner. I believe that's Robert Covington. He hits that corner three ball. So Joe Ingles is a guy who could play defense, hit the three ball, and he definitely did that in this game as well. This team is like the tier 1 Miami Heat team, but they are in tier 2. So a very good team to play with, even though Rudy Gobert did not have a good match in this matchup here. But let's talk about the game here and the craziness that went on, how I outsmarted my opponent, and you're going to see that towards the end of the video, and then I'll explain what I did, and we'll see if it turned out to be good or not, or how I at least tried to outsmart my opponent. So playing with the Blazers, I immediately knew this was going to be a tough matchup because, as I said before, this team, they grab about every board, and Damian Lillard is just a beast on this game, especially if you know how to shoot with him. My opponent, his game plan was this guy right here, Damian Lillard, and I don't blame him. And it forced me into some bad mistakes where he got easy shots. And this was another game when my on-ball defense was not the best. So points were coming at basically no cause. So we're coming down to the end of the first half. I have a slim lead, but he has takeover with Damian Lillard. I'm trying to guard him up with Joe Ingles, but he hits threes like that. Leaning threes, crazy threes, and Damian Lillard, he's definitely a top 5 player on NBA 2K this year, so I can't really wait to play with the Blazers. And my opponent, he went with the 2-3 zone, and for us, it's something that we've seen before, and it's really about taking your time. Me, I'm gonna stick with man to man and try and play the best defense that I can. But we've seen several times against different opponents where they pulled out the 2-3 zone, and all you really have to do is make sure you make the right pass, be confident in the passes you make and the shots you take, and if anything, back down with the big at the top of the key, because for some reason with the 2-3 zone, when you're backing down from the top of the key, the paint just clears up and nobody really knows how to defend it, and it leads to some easy buckets. But it's not going to work every time. You just really have to work the ball around and know what you're doing out there semi, and just call some pick and rolls, try and get to the rim, and you should be good for the most part if you don't have a team full of shooters. So you can see my opponent, he went on a bit of a run and he's really cutting down on the lead. And that's because of the 2-3 zone. Like I said, you could try the things that I mentioned, but it's not always going to work out. You're going to get some funny moments in 2K and it could be a little bit frustrating. So this is why when someone ever pulls out a 2-3, or in this game for me, when my opponent pulled out the 2-3, I knew that my offensive possessions got a lot more valuable, because on his offensive end, you see he just got an offensive rebound and just dunked it over Rudy Gobert, which I didn't really understand. So now, like I said, we're going to take our time, try and figure out this 2-3 zone, go into back down with Rudy Gobert, find a wide open Donovan Mitchell, very easy release, wide open, and he's going to knock that down 9 times out of 10, maybe even 10 times out of 10. So Damian Lillard is not in the game, so we have to take advantage of this and try and pull away. We're on defense. Rodney Hood looking for a shot, can't get it. He kicks it all the way back out to Robert Covington, who hits a deep 3. What a crazy shot by Rocco there, and he is going to help cut down on the lead. Derek Jones can't get it to go, but Enes Kanter again. When I tell you this guy was out rebounding me on the offensive end, it was ridiculous, and we're going to see if I win or lose this game. But Donovan Mitchell gets the nasty poster over Enes Kanter, and I'm telling you, this guy is definitely a beast on 2K. Even though he might not have the height, his offensive skill set is one of the best I've ever seen. Mitchell again looking for the ISO, can't find no one, kicks it back out to Mike Conley. That's a guy who's been in the league for a while, and he has a bit of a mid-range in his game too. So that's the end of the third quarter, and we are looking pretty good so far, but we're not fully confident that we could pull away with this one, and the score is 44-39. So with him playing the 2-3 zone, we have to be perfect. So we don't need to make the obvious pass, we need to make the right pass, and we do that just there with Rudy Gobert getting the easy two-handed dunk. He has finally brought back in Damian Lillard, and we have the matchup of Joe Ingles on him. I'm trying my best not to play on ball. Well, not really my best. I'm trying to put myself in a situation where it'll be favorable for me to play on ball defense with Joe Ingles, but on that possession, couldn't really find one. He has the ball again with Damian Lillard, gets a easy bucket. So it's not looking too good for us right now. Lillard has the ball coming up court again, stops, pulls up for 3, gets it to go, make that 46-48 with 3:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Our starting 5 is in, and we just have to make the right play. Mitchell trying to find a shot, kicks it back out to Conley. I can't get that 3-pointer to go. Rebound, Gobert back out to Mitchell, swings it around to Bogdanovich, I believe. Mitchell driving to the rim, gets another nasty poster on Enes Kanter, and that's going to increase the lead to 4 points. Back on offense for him, Damian Lillard looking for a shot. He kicks it down to Robert Covington, back out to Damian Lillard now. Trying to play good off-ball defense. He swings it to the corner to Carmelo. Doesn't really know what to do. He got me jumping there, and what an impressive move by my opponent. I got to give it to him. That was a very nice move to get me jumping in. He is rewarded with an easy basket. So now, We can't really run plays in the 2-3. We just have to make the right play. Mitchell, top of the key, three-pointer, excellent release. I'm telling you, this guy has one of the easiest releases in NBA 2K, especially once you get him going with easy layups. But this man right here, Damian Lillard, gets his way back to the rim past Joe Ingles. So now we are back on offense, 50-53 with about 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Gonna give it to the corner. He fouls me, and that is 3 free throws coming up. So we make 2 out of 3, and on the last one we missed that one. He gets the rebound and ends up making a 3-pointer with Damian Lillard. So it cuts it down to a 2-point game. So time is winding down, and I'm getting a little bit more nervous if we don't score on each and every offensive possession, because I know Damian Lillard is cheese, but Donovan Mitchell has my back. With no stamina, he hits a tough moving mid-range jump shot, and that helps us extend the lead. But Damian Lillard Euro steps into a dunk. I don't know where he found the stamina to do that from, but I guess he did. Mitchell back out to the corner. So he's trying to play a bit of off-ball defense and bait me into a bad shot, but I'm gonna call it ISO with Mitchell again. Tough shot for Mitchell. It's gonna hit that. This guy is clutch in the fourth quarter. You can see 28 points for Lillard, 32 for Mitchell. So Mitchell has been balling for me. Easy assist for my opponent right there. I was too focused on Lillard. 3-point game with less than a minute remaining. At the top of the key is Donovan Mitchell again. Trying to get my way to the rim, gets the layup over Ennis Cancer, and that is going to extend the lead with about 45 seconds remaining. So now he misses the shot. We have the ball, pump fake, Rodney Hood jumps. I don't get that layup to go, which is ridiculous, and he has an opportunity to dwindle this lead down a little bit. Lillard has his takeover. 3-pointer, can't get that one to go, and now is the time where I have to outsmart my opponent. So I take the foul here. He's gonna foul me. We're gonna shoot free throws, but after this free throw, after these 2 free throws, I'm going to foul him, and we're gonna play a fouling game, or the free throw game, to see who missed their first free throws. The reason that I did this is because Damian Lillard is so cheese in the last 30 seconds of the game on here that he hits just about every shot. So I said to myself, I don't mind putting Damian Lillard on the line, and he ultimately has to foul me because he's down, and I trust Michael Conley or Donovan Mitchell to shoot these free throws, and that is exactly what we do here. So this is a back and forth game. This is where the strategy comes in, just to try and hold them off from taking the lead or shooting some type of crazy 3-point shot with Damian Lillard. So Lillard has the ball. We let the clock run out a little bit before we foul him, and so that way when we inbound it, even more time runs off. Lillard hits 2 of 2 free throws, so now it goes back on us to get the ball inbounded and shoot these free throws, which we do here. And after these 2 free throws, you are going to see the reason why I fouled Damian Lillard. So Mike Conley gets the first one to go. Second one upcoming. He has a very nice free throw release. Shouldn't be too hard to hit the second one. Second one is up, and the second one is good. So about 8 seconds remaining. Damian Lillard gets to the rim. Easy bucket for him. I'm fine with that because that takes time off the clock, and we are going back to the free throw line, and as he fouls me there with Lillard. Michael Conley at the line again, just has to hit 1 free throw so that I know this game is really out of hand. First free throw up, and it is good as well. This is where our strategy kicks in, and you are going to see why. Second free throw, that one is good as well. So on this possession, he inbounds the ball. I take a bad position. Look at this shot here. Half court, right from the line, he hits it. And that is the reason why I fouled him, or we played the free throw game with Damian Lillard, because I knew if he was within 3 points, any 3-point shot he took, he was going to hit it. I mean, I've been through it before, and I was not going to let that happen again. So that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.